On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love yourself?
Oh, please, 100. Listen, it took me a while, but I realized I'm the bee's knees, okay? I'm the cream of the crop right here. So 100, keeping it 100.
So you feel that highly about yourself, but you have poor listening skills. I asked you 1 to 10.
Whatever, 100. Keeping my answer.
Dysh. 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 Dysh.
Hey, y'all, it's Onika.
And J.R.
And you are dishing with DaintyDysh. How you doing, JR?
I'm doing super fantastic.
Like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious fantastic?
That's what I wanted to say, but I didn't know how to say it.
I do. Shout out to Mary Pops.
Oh my
Shout
goodness.
out to Mary Pops. So
Yeah.
what you been up to? What you been up to?
What have I been up to? Today was my last day of clown class. We're doing our
Oh.
performance this coming week.
I'm coming to support.
Yeah.
Very
Thank you.
excited.
Thank you. I went to brunch today with the boys.
Ooh.
That was kind of cool.
Brunch
you know.
with the boys. That's fun.
That was kind of cool. Yeah, one of my buddies gave his birthday, so we went out for brunch. Yeah, it was
That's
cool.
cool.
Yeah. What else is going on with me? I don't know. I'm I'm working and stuff.
And stuff.
I'm living my 4-hour work week life. Best life. So I mean, that's what I'm about right now. So I don't know. What are you up to? I mean, I don't want to talk about me.
Well, today I invested in a cat. I'm getting a kitten. Yes, guys, I'm getting a kitten. I'm so excited. I pick him up on Saturday, and I'm so happy to announce his name is Oliver Otis Dainty.
The thing is, we've talked about this, and like I've recommended that you probably don't get a kitten.
No, I know we've discussed this, but I feel like I'm ready.
Oh, okay. Well,
I've
if you're
had
ready.
plants for over a year, and this is the diet. It's the plant, pet, person diet. So if you can keep your plants alive for a year, then you get a pet. And then if you can keep your pet alive, then you get a person.
Whoa. Okay. There's no like, if I keep this pet alive, okay?
No, I will.
No.
I'm serious about him.
No. You need to.
I'm in love with him.
You better be.
I'm in love with him. I saw his cute little face. He's a little black kid with a little white patch over his eye. He's just so cute.
Oh.
I'm so excited. I pick him up Saturday, so I'm really excited. I'm going to go shopping with my friend Nadine, and we're going to go get like all the cat supplies and stuff on Wednesday. So I'm really excited about that.
Oh. Maybe we can get Nadine back on the show.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to her about that when I see her.
Yeah, maybe we can do that.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to her about that when I see her, definitely.
Yeah.
Shout out to her because I know she's listening.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I got a TTC story. I don't know if you're done. I just remembered I had one.
Yeah, pretty much. Work's been work. Like, it is what it is. And yeah, I think I mentioned that I finished my facilitation class and I'm going to be facilitating a group on June 7th. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Well,
So you have a tale from the TTC?
yeah, this one's more of like a positive one.
Okay. We need some of those.
Yeah. During the snowstorm, I was at a bus stop. I don't know why I was at a bus stop. I don't really take the bus. I used to take the RT and then the subway, but I was at a bus stop and there was like ice and everything all over them. There was snow and whatever. And the bus driver kind of pulled up to let, everybody off. And this old man was getting off and he was having a little trouble. The bus driver, lowered the bus. And I was so happy, this young black gentleman who looked like a guy out of a hip hop video, but, looks can be deceiving, stood there, helped the man off, got his arm, escorted him off the bus, let him, go on his way. And then he got on the bus and the bus driver waited for him to do that. So it was kind of like one of those feel good moments where, the bus driver had to get, he was like, he couldn't be more than like 15 or 16.
Well, that's
young.
sweet. Our young boys are growing up.
Yeah,
well.
but it was really cool. Like, but the bus driver, like, sometimes they're like, we gotta go, but he was really cool too to wait. So,
that's cool.
The whole thing was pretty cool. It was a feel good moment. I would have gotten up and did it myself, but the
he
gentleman he just was there.
He was there. It was on
cool.
point.
It was on point. Like, it was really nice.
I have a TTC question because I overheard because I eavesdrop on the TTC all the time. I have my earphones in my ear so no one will talk to me, but I'm really just listening to conversations.
Oh, is that you're that person?
I'm that person.
Oh, okay.
So like I just eavesdrop, like different languages. Doesn't matter. I'll just listen, just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I overheard a conversation. A guy was getting off at my stop, but he wanted to get off a little earlier, and he's like, "Well, you do it for women." They're like, yeah, but that's for women. Like there's some kind of rule between certain hours. You have to drop women off at like where they want. I didn't know that.
You didn't know? Wait, you didn't know that?
I've lived in Toronto for 3 years and I didn't know that. I know they have it in Durham.
That's like the number one reason why I would say, as long as you live in a bus route, you're pretty much okay in Toronto.
Like my bus stop is really literally not that far from my apartment. You'd be
jaywalking if they dropped you closer.
Yeah, I'm fine. But I literally did not know that was a rule.
It's like a night. I think it's after like 10 p.m. or something like that.
Till like 7 a.m. or something
cool
like that. Yeah, I should look it up. Like I was just because the guy was so like miffed about it. He was like really irritated that he didn't get to jump off when he wanted to, but like women could. So he was a jerk.
I guess he's like, he wants full equality.
Yeah, he wants full equality. But you know what? Rape happens. So like.
True story.
Yeah, a true story. That's not happening to you, sir. Yeah. So relax. But that was, I guess I did have a tale from the TTC
you did,
today.
We did. Oh, so we both had positive experiences, I guess.
Yeah,
you became more aware. Yeah, you became aware of something.
I was aware.
That's kind of cool.
I became aware.
Oh, I read. I finished for the second time. 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. I read it this time with the audiobook, so I did double speed.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was really cool. 48 Laws of Power.
I've actually never listened to an audiobook.
Oh, they will see. It was kind of corny back in the day, even though like I did it, like, but I never tell anyone I would. Like I like the books on CD and stuff. Like
because it makes me feel like I can't read.
Yeah, but like no, it kind of it helps me get through. I'm learning to read faster now. I'm using it as a tool to help me read faster, but also it helps me get an extra book in like a month, because I get one free book a month. So it helps me so I can read probably 3 or 4 a month, 2 maybe 3, but I can get a fourth one in as an audiobook. So that kind of works for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. It's like a part of me feels like it's like if I listen to an audiobook, it's saying that I can't read, and I know that sounds stupid, but I want to read the book. Like I want my eyes to be moving and the pages to be turning. Maybe I'll do a follow along.
Well, there's some books that I typically like to find books. This one wasn't the case, but sometimes you find a book like an autobiography where the author is actually doing the narration. Oh, so sometimes I like that. Like that's really cool. Like I actually read the book first, the Trevor Noah one. Born a Crime. I actually read it first, and then I went and got the audiobook, and I got to hear him, because it was him talking, and it was like really, really neat to hear him actually tell his story. So I found that to be really, really unique and a really good experience. So that's kind of like why I like audiobooks as well.
Okay, I'll have to give it a try. I shouldn't judge a book by its audio. I shouldn't judge a book by its audio. But
so what are we doing today?
What are we doing?
Yeah, what are we doing? What are we talking about?
I thought it would be a really great opportunity to talk about self-esteem. That's where I was going with that 100 at the beginning. Okay. When you asked me about how much I love myself. Yeah. And it's taken me some time to get there, but I stand firm by my answer, 100. I keep it 100 with myself at all times, and I think that's a big part of.
I'll expand the question. Is it 1 to 100? There you go.
Is it 1 to? It's 100.
Okay,
it's 100.
I'm only at 100 now. It took me probably a little while to get there.
Well, tell us a bit about that.
Oh, look at you, just
throwing it to you.
You just swing it my way.
Swing it. I just swung the ball your way. Wow. Choose to catch it or pitch it back.
I'll catch it.
You'll catch it?
I'll
okay.
Catch it. Why not?
Let's talk about this then.
Okay, so I guess my self-esteem, I got really confident, I guess, after high school, like 19, 20, because I realized, I'm actually an attractive young man.
Yeah, because girls in high school were not trying to give me any credit.
Yeah, me neither.
Like they're not trying to give you credit in high school. They're like, you're ugly. Like,
and then what's great is like the ones that hate on you. It's more like, oh, you were like an 8 in the high school pool, but in the larger pool, like
in life,
great.
You're a straight dime.
Or you're 6.
You're 6.
What are you talking about? I'm talking about the haters.
Oh, the haters.
But no, I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to go there. That's ridiculous. But yeah, so like 20, I was super confident. By like 22, I was like ridiculously confident. Mm-hmm. Then I think around 23, I started dating my ex-wife. And that was cool. Like, my confidence didn't really go anywhere for that. And during that period of time, we broke up. And then I think I was probably around 25 where I really got kicked to the next level. Because that's when I kind of realized that, oh, wait, at 25, like, you're the guy now that dates those 21-year-olds. Like, you're that guy.
Lord.
Right? So I recognized that at that moment, right? And I was, at the time I was working retail, like DJing in retail in the mall. Like, it was, come on.
Yeah, so there were other factors
that allowed
to your hotness at the time, which contributed to the self-esteem.
So like well dressed. I'm a DJ, and I spin in the mall. And,
you were living a lifestyle.
I was living a lifestyle.
You were living a whole lifestyle.
So like that was cool. And then I think maybe around 26, my ex-wife and we got back together.
The cat came back.
The very next day,
the cat came back. Thought he was a goner.
And then through that period, I guess I guess in hindsight now, it kind of looks like my self-esteem was pushed down because of I guess her self-esteem issues. Maybe, I don't know. I don't really want to.
You don't want to psychoanalyze her.
I'm not trying to. Yeah, I'm not
psychoanalyze her, but
my degree's not in that anything of that sorts.
But your self-esteem took a hit.
But my self-esteem
something was going on with your
something
self-esteem.
was going on with my self-esteem. Took a hit, and eventually, I developed vitiligo, and that's when it went from like moderate self-esteem to zero
to nothing at all.
And during that time, it was just the I guess my wife making fun of me, and and then the whole makeup thing, that was kind of, the one person you expect to say, dude, what are you doing? You
need to show your face.
Show your face. And it was more like, if you want to, and having your wife kind of say, you should put on makeup is like probably the most demoralizing thing ever.
I can imagine.
So,
I mean, I can't, but ouch.
Yeah, so that was when my self-esteem went down to probably zilch. And then, I don't know, I kind of, even though like I was having like self-esteem issues and stuff, I still wasn't like totally out of it. I started reading like self-help books and stuff.
You got to the self-help phase?
Yeah, but you know what? The 5-second rule, I think it's Mel Robbins, that book changed my friggin' life. Like, changed my life. Like, absolutely, without a question, without a doubt, changed my life. It allowed me to gain back my self-esteem. That combined with actually back to the 4-hour work week. There's a part in there where Tim Ferriss talks about eustress. Yeah, stepping out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And then the next time it's not that bad.
Yeah.
So that book as well, like even though that was more, it applied the same way. But I mean, just having those types of things, just recognizing those types of things and being like, wait a minute, what's wrong with me? Like, and then therapy also as well.
Oh
huge.
God, love therapy.
That was where like, and my therapist, thank you. Oh my goodness. He was like, no, you got a good baseline. This was situational. Like, you're going to bounce back. You seem to be bouncing back on your own quite well.
Took an L, but to bounce back.
Yeah. So, I mean, between self-help and therapy, I mean, that kind of.
So where would you say you are now?
Today, I'm on a good, right after I get my haircut, I'm 100.
100 for sure.
100 for sure.
See how I can answer 100 because you feel 100 sometimes.
Yeah, like for the first week after a haircut, like I'm on 100.
You're on 100 tips.
Yeah, until the stubble starts growing back under the beard, then it's like, okay, I'm like a 98.
98.
I don't feel my best right now.
No.
But I mean, I think I'm definitely a lot happier. I mean, I guess it's something that you always said, live in your truth, and I've just been doing that. I mean, I read Nick Charlemagne the God, his book, Black Privilege.
Don't bring it up. Don't bring it up. I'm just gonna get me mad.
We will explain that one day.
At a later date.
One day. But I mean, and yeah, self-talk, hype yourself up, like look in the mirror and say, I'm great, like,
Awesome.
I woke up like this. And,
Yeah. I actually said that yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Someone was complimenting my hair and I'm like, literally, I woke up like this. I didn't put a straightener in my hair at all. Like, I just didn't feel like it. So thanks.
Well, I think men typically find women's hair most attractive when they haven't done anything at all. Fact.
Not black women. We have to do something to our hair.
Not even so. Like, you don't have to do, it doesn't have to be like fresh from the salon. Like, I'm saying that like that look is just not, it's not necessary.
I don't know.
A couple days after the salon is cool.
Perhaps. But I like my hair to look nice at all times. It's my glory.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean,
my glory.
So self-esteem, I guess, and also being self-aware. I'm a pretty self-aware person.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of helps. But what about you and your self-esteem? Like, what's going on with you?
Honestly, my self-esteem journey has been like, it's had some bumps. There's been some serious bumps in the road. I previously had low self-esteem from since I was a child. Between the bullying because I was larger and like I was coming from a different country, I had an accent, I didn't wear the right clothes. Like, it just was generally a shit show. And then I entered elementary school and I was kind of invisible, and that was nice. Mm-hmm. Just having a group of friends and nobody bothered you because there's always like someone more enticing to bother. So it was nice, but I still was unsure of myself, and I still always had this like overlying feeling of not being enough, not doing enough, not giving enough of myself to whatever task I happened to be doing, or my family, or whatever it was. So that was like me mostly during my teenage years. There were some pretty horrific things that happened around that time too, so that was very destructive to my self-esteem. Mm-hmm. Being raped at 14 was it. Like, it plummeted to nothingness. Mm-hmm. But I put on a really good face. Like, I was able to like stuff down those emotions and how I felt about myself, and I forced myself to show a face of confidence to people around me. Like, if you ask anyone who knew me in high school, I was a social butterfly. I got along with everyone. I was friendly. I was energetic, but like deep down inside, like I was just crushed by, everything that had happened. But I put on that face. So I was kind of trying to fake it till you make it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but I think probably around like starting in my early 20s, I would say my confidence started going up a little bit more. Just I met a different group of friends in university, and
you find people like-minded people.
I found like-minded people. We were all pretty confident in ourselves. We had, the general girl issues. Does he like me? It's my period today. Like, whatever it is, like, whatever. Like, we had girl issues that made us have our ups and downs, but for the most part, we were confident. My group of girls were a confident group of bitches. So I love my bitches. Hey, y'all. So, but I think my 100 hit at like around 30. Like, I was going through it.
A lot of women hit
their swag at 30, because I was going through it from like 24 to 29 with everything going on with my bipolar. So I was like up, down, up, down. Like, when I was manic, please, my confidence was 250. Like, it was like straight up 250.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't even talk to me.
Yeah.
My own mother couldn't talk to me. Like, nobody could talk to me. I was the cock of the walk. Like,
I remember.
You remember them times.
Yeah, I used to laugh.
Like, I said,
like, I can't deal with this.
I came after you with a knife with confidence.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember, and I laughed. I laughed. This is exactly what happened.
Like, with utter confidence.
And I laughed at you, and I was like, what are you doing?
Though that period of time, I'm going to say is skewed. It's a little skewed, So I'm not going to count that period of time. But my 30s, once I started living in my truth, once I started being like, you know what? Just fingers up, middle fingers up to whoever doesn't appreciate me for me and who I am with all my complexity. Like, fingers up to you. I'm done with you. I'm done. Like, I started just being the person I knew authentically that I was, that person that just didn't take shit from nobody and just like said how I felt and was just real, like, all the time, unless like maybe a cop stopped me and I had to get out of a ticket or something. But like, other than that, like, I was real all the time, like, and I kept it 100. So
yeah,
I would say like around then. But there were different times, I would say, in my life where different things affected my confidence, like the workforce. and being in the workforce.
Yeah.
Did you ever have that happen to you?
Confidence in the workforce?
Yeah. Were you always confident when you were in the workforce?
Yeah. I do my job. I listen and you tell me what to do and I do it. And yeah, I've never had a problem in the workforce. Yeah, not really. No, not that I can think of.
Again, for me, it was always that feeling of not doing enough.
Oh, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, there's definitely those corporate pressures that are the corporate cultures that are designed to, keep you feeling, management by fear. I mean, those, you definitely work for those companies and such throughout your career. And I mean, yeah, in those situations, but once you recognize, oh, this is just a management style, buzz off,
and you gain your confidence back.
Yeah. Once you realize it's a management style and like, oh, okay, whatever. I'm not going to let this bother me. Like, you know what? You're just going to get me 9 to 5. You're not going to get me to care a minute after. That's what happens. Like, if you want to manage by fear, I mean, I'm not going to go the extra mile for you. I'm going to do the job and that's it. But if you don't manage by fear, if you're fair, I'm going to go the extra mile. I'm going to see something and be like, no, we probably might not want to do that. So that side, I don't really correlate that to in my situation, in my lifetime, in my experience.
For me, I've always found that, like I said, I just have always had this feeling of not doing enough and wanting to do more and be more for whatever establishment that I was working in, and bending myself over backwards trying to do so, giving everything of myself to be the person that I think that they expected me to be. So the last work situation I was in, I did that very thing and I twisted myself into knots to the point where I got ill.
Yeah.
And that's real. Like, my self-esteem at that point too I wasn't experiencing 100 at the time. When I would go to work, it was just low. Like, it was incredibly low. I'd lost my confidence. I was unsure of myself. I was second guessing my decisions. So it definitely posed a challenge. And I think it made me realize that those environments are definitely not for me. Like, I enjoy my retail job. I enjoy working with young people who have young people problems and, say young people things. And I don't have to worry about anything.
I don't know. Well, at least, I mean, you've recognized that you work well in specific environments. I mean, something my dad always said to me is, don't lie to yourself, and that's, I don't know, from the time I was a kid, and it's always stuck with me. Like, it's always stuck with me. It's always like, don't lie to yourself. Like, you can lie to everybody in the world, but you can't lie to yourself.
Lie to yourself.
So just don't lie to yourself. And
we tell ourselves little white lies, though.
Yeah, we do. We do tell ourselves little white lies, and I mean, all those little white lies they usually bundle up into a big lie or an explosion.
An explosion. I don't know. I am not a bad liar. I'm going to say this with caution, because I prefer the truth. But if I had to tell a lie for the sake of my survival, I would tell that lie.
I worked hospitality for what, like 8 years, and I was a server and a bartender during that period of time. So I'm a pretty good liar. Like, I don't know what to tell you. When you're behind a bar and you're talking to people all day, like, I mean, about things that you don't care about at all, but you have to show interested. So I mean, in that regard, I mean, I guess, I mean, I could tell a lie with the best of them. That's
accurate. I like how you said I could tell a lie with the best of them. If I had to,
like, I mean, I did it partially as a career. I mean, I also worked in sales. That's all lies as well.
I had a BA and BS. So it's all lies.
Yeah.
So we're good at it, but I'm not saying I do it all the time. I don't. I prefer, as I said, the truth to a lie.
My father always told me, again, he's like, if you tell a lie, you got to remember that lie. And I don't have a great memory is what I'm thinking about, or I do, but I just don't care to have to fill it with remembering these things, these lies. So I'm like, yo, end of the day, if you don't like me for who I am, or we're like, I see no reason. If I have to lie to you, then you shouldn't be around me. I shouldn't be around you.
No, I remember as a kid though, I was a very elaborate liar. Like I would tell like really like half truths and then a made up story.
Oh, okay.
Like you remember when you're a kid, you're like if my mom asked me like what was the lesson in Sunday school?
Yeah.
And I was talking with my friends, so I only heard like half of the like Adam and Eve story. I just kind of make up the other half like on our walk home just to be like, it was a little lie, but I was an elaborate liar, and I think that translated into my adulthood because I still find that I'll tell like,
oh, you do it all the time.
I tell elaborate lies. Like
no, you'll talk about something that you know very little about, and then you'll fill in the rest with BS when there's no reason to fill in the rest with BS. Yeah, and I'll sit down and I'll sit down and sometimes I'll let you run on, and then I'll call you on it after. You know,
oh my
but it's
God.
it's
and then
cool.
I can't say anything about it.
Yeah,
because I know I was BSing. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I do that. I try not to, but it just sometimes it comes out. It's the flamboyance in me, I guess.
Oh man, yeah, I guess. But I mean, is there a time to tell lies? Actually, forget that. When you're in your manic state, you just talk. You'll say whatever.
Yeah.
So in that state, do you recognize that you're lying?
No.
Or do you just you're just
no,
whatever?
I'm just like, it's just rapid cycling speech. Like, it's just rapid cycling speech. I don't know that I'm telling the truth or a lie, and I think it's the truth. Like, whatever I'm saying, I believe.
Do you?
Like, I believe in it.
You believe it?
Like, last episode I had, I thought that I was in 1970s Toronto, and all the people around me were avatars of people that I knew, and I believed it. I also believed I had a daughter named Bettina. I have never even heard the name Bettina.
Bettina?
I called one of the nurses Bettina the entire time that I was there. I had no idea her name.
Wow, you just called her Bettina.
I called her Bettina, and she was my child. She was my daughter, and I just make up like a whole world for myself. So I live in lies at least a portion of the year. Like,
got it.
It's unfortunate, but it kind of is what it is. Like, it's weird.
I'm sorry. I don't want to laugh, but like I'm just thinking about it because I've seen it, and I'm like,
you've seen it. Like, you've experienced it. Like,
I'm legitimately asking you, do you actually believe this?
Because, I believe it
because you seem convinced, and it's like, okay,
I'm in my own little universe.
Okay. Wow.
This web of lies that I create for myself that I have to untangle later.
Yeah. So, can I say, is lying a sin?
Is it a sin?
Is it a sin?
I'm trying to think of the 10 Commandments.
Oh, are those what sins are based on?
Yeah, I think so. Okay. I mean, so lying lips, my mother would say, hi mom. My mom would say lying lips are an abomination to God's ears.
I thought you were going to say lying lips sinks ships.
No, lying lips are an abomination to God's ears. That's what my mother would say. She don't know anything about ships. She know about God. So she would say lying lips are an abomination to God's ears. And she would also say a liar is a thief and a killer. A liar is a murderer and a thief and a killer. I don't know why she says murderer and killer twice, but yeah, lies. No with Mama Dainty.
Oh my goodness.
She don't like lies. She goes, speak the truth and speak it ever, cost it what it may. Those are 3 mom sayings for you guys right there. You're welcome.
What? I like that one. I like that last one.
Yeah, cost it what it may.
Cost it what it may.
You have to tell the truth. It's like, I'm not saying there's not certain situations where there's a reason to lie. Like, I can't completely agree with her on that. Like, the truth is...
So, like, it's not my baby?
It's not my baby?
Yeah, is that a good lie?
No, that's a bad lie. It's your baby is also a bad lie if it's a lie. It's your baby is worse, I think, than it's not my baby. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, so these are not good lies. But like I said, if you're trying to get out of a traffic infraction or... You know what I mean? Like, or a date or something. You ate a bad potato, or you need to move your refrigerator to like clean under it. Like some little white lies.
You'd actually say that to someone?
That I ate a bad potato?
That you ate a bad potato?
Yeah, I've had someone say that to me. I had a guy actually tell me that he had to go and walk his fat cat. So he couldn't talk to me on the phone. Now you know that's a lie.
Oh my God.
People lie, okay? That's what they do. They lie all the time.
Oh my gosh, he told you he had to walk his cat.
His cat.
Oh my gosh, yo, you're such a bad, like you're a bad catch.
I'm a bad catch.
Oh
People
my
are
gosh.
telling me these lies right now. You wouldn't believe it.
Oh my gosh, I can't even believe it.
Yeah, I was in high school at the time. I'm like, okay, all right, have fun.
Okay.
Yeah, it was one of those high school situations.
Okay, you should have prefaced it with that.
Oh,
It wouldn't have been as funny if you had said
you
that.
known it was from high school.
Yeah. I thought it was
think
sort of
you
like
still would have
I just-
laughed.
Yeah, but not to the extent that I.
Yeah, you took it too far.
I thought I thought it happened like a year or two ago.
A year or two ago. No, thank you.
Oh, that'd have been hilarious.
No, thank you. That was from Days of Youth.
Oh my gosh.
Days of Youth.
Well, I don't know. I'm not big on lies. As you know, I'm not really big on lies.
For your own obvious reasons.
But I don't know. I guess sometimes. No, there's never a situation. Because the thing is, if you're lying to get out of a traffic ticket, well, you were doing something wrong in the first place. And you know you were doing something wrong. That's why you're lying now. So.
That's true. You make a valid point.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, so no, I don't think there's a good situation.
Oh, my mom will love that. There's never a good reason to tell a lie.
Yeah. Now there's a good reason to not ask questions.
Now there, amen, amen.
You know, if you don't want me to tell you the truth, don't ask the question. Don't ask the question.
Yeah.
Because I will tell you the truth if you ask the question.
That is the moral of the story.
Yeah.
With honest people. That is the moral. But when it comes to self-esteem, like I said, I'm at about 100. I love myself, and I hope you all out there love yourselves too. And if you don't, start complimenting yourself in the mirror. I know JR mentioned that he throws himself a compliment every now and again. Start doing some weird stuff like that, and maybe you'll start feeling confident and feeling better about yourselves. It's really important. Self-talk, self-love. And if you're telling lies to yourself or to others, my mama would suggest you stop. I'm not saying that's what my mama would suggest. I'm not saying what I would suggest because I don't know the circumstance. So I'm gonna sit on the fence on this one when it comes to telling lies. I'm still on the fence. Oh my God. But anyways, that has been the dish of the day. JR, let them know how they can reach us if they want to tell us, their stories of self-esteem or any little white lies that they might have told they want to confess to.
Yeah, definitely. You can reach us at Dysh, DYSH, at DaintyDysh.com. That's DaintyDysh.com. You can check us out on DaintyDysh.com as well, our website. Onika, what's going on OnikaDainty.com?
Oh, we got some poetry. We got some journal entries. I think journal entry 8 is finally up. That one I think is about self-esteem. Matter of fact.
You keep saying you think you don't do no work.
I do work. It's just there's so much stuff up there. You guys got a lot of catching up to do if you haven't visited. There's a lot of stuff on there to read. So, and one of my favorite poems to celebrate 420 was Last Dance with Mary Jane. So check that one out. It's about my relationship with Mary Jane.
Mary Jane.
With Mary Jane. So check that one out for me. But JR, back to you.
Yeah, so if you want to check us out on Instagram, you can check Onika out at Best of Onika, and I'm Best of JR. If you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, we thank you so much. Please subscribe.
Give us 5. You deserve 5.
Yeah, thank you for subscribing and listening. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you're listening to us on YouTube, on some other platforms, SoundCloud, we really appreciate you as well. Thank you so much. Please subscribe. Throw us a like. I'm good.
All right. I'm good. I'm great. And I hope y'all are good and great. And I hope you all have yourselves a very, very happy hump day.